Hello and welcome to my world. This is Renee. I'm the Practical Shaman, and I thought I would come live one last time. Maybe, who knows, it might be another last time, but to see who else is sitting on the fence, sitting on the wall, sitting, trying to decide whether or not they should join the wind mastery class. So I thought I would start out by blowing the wind whistle. You know, there's almost 1,500 people in this wind clan, and yet the class only has 20 some people in it. I would have thought there'd be 50, 100, and that's okay. It's not like I'm disappointed that you're not coming, but I'm just kind of curious as if there's something that I haven't explained, or there's something about this wind mastery that doesn't call you a bit further to say, hey, I'm committed. I really want to become a wind worker because I think this has value to the work that I do in the world, or that I really want to achieve my goals this year. And taking that first step, that first jump off that wall into the wind mastery class is an important first step. What I'm trying to do here is, or not what I'm trying to do, what the winds want me to do is to spread their message, and that means I need wind workers around the world, people who are taking this to groups and things like that. Today I was on a radio show, and he said out of the 700 books that he's read, this one's a keeper. This is one that he's going to go back to time and time again, and it was one of his favorite books. And I thought, wow. And so I know that in this grand scheme of things, that for those of you who really want a small and intimate environment, this could be one of the last few opportunities, because people are reading the book, they're starting to comment on the book is getting passed around, and there'll be a time when it's not going to be 20 people in a class, or the 20 people who might be teachers of this work or holders of clans in their community. So I'm really encouraging you to step in now, to step into this opportunity to be one of the first holders of a wind clan in your group, in your community. It was so exciting to see where everyone was from the other night, that there's this group that's almost to Alaska, but there's 3 of them up there. Like, talk about being in the place of the wind. Do you see the wind? The winds are blowing. The winds are inviting you into this experience. I don't even know if anyone's watching. Oh, there's a couple of you watching, but I can't see who. All right, well, I'm going to blow the wind whistle, because it's the winds that will call you. I can't call you. I can't tell you, hey, it's really important to do a vision board. And the reason we do the vision board in the spring is because this is when we plant seeds. But what we're going to do in this 5-week course is we're going to deconstruct our vision boards to find out why all of these things that we've put on there haven't come to pass in the past. What is that we keep thinking about our visions and not really what we need for our visions. So I made my vision board last night because I'm the kind of teacher who believes that I cannot ask something of you that I can't find time to do myself. And trust me, I have a really busy week this week. I'm teaching a group of high school girls in the morning. Then I have my teachers in town, which will take me out for the rest of the day. I have a teacher who comes to town twice a year. And then I have, on Sunday I go to an addiction conference. So if I can find time to do a vision board, you can find time to do your vision board, because that's the first step in making those dreams come true. For me, it's worked. All right, I'm going to blow the wind whistle, and we're going to call in a wind. Let's see what wind wants to encourage you to join us for this 5-week program. What there is for the 5-week program, it's already started. There's a special private Facebook group where people are already starting to share their visions and share what they're looking for, the struggles that they're having with the wind work. And I thought it's really great for me, because I thought, oh, we need to go back to step 1. So what we're going to do here is, let's take a step 1 and let's call upon a wind, and let me teach you one more time how to blow in this wind. Ha. So we got the Carrie, the Malaysian wind, about expression, about voicing your truth. And when a lot of people think of Carrie, they think of the Scandinavian wind, but actually Carrie, in the projection of things, started in Malaysia and it worked its way over Siberia, over into the mountains, into northern Europe. So, you know, winds move, and wind can move you towards your dreams. It moved me towards my dreams. It's moving several of the people, if you want to talk to, they'll be happy to share with you how the wind has influenced their life and just started to shift things at a very subtle level, with them just showing up and doing a little piece of work, and then the wind gives you the power. I don't give you the power. Doing a vision board doesn't give you the power. The wind gives you the power. So there's some people out there who might need to be having some expression and about voicing your truth. So let's call to Carrie. And so the first one, we ground ourselves to the earth. With the second wind whistle, we bring in Carrie. And in the third one, we put a protection around ourselves so that the wind that we're working with is working with us. We're our ships, we're our bodies, we're our Cadillacs, as I like to say, and we can move with the wind, and we're always pointed somewhere, but it always helps to be pointed in the direction that you really want to go in. Because anyone who's ever sailed understands, you know, when you can't move, or the winds aren't blowing and you don't know really how to tack. So with cooperating with the winds, you're going to get to where you're going, and you're going to get there expediently. All right, let's call to Carrie, the Malaysian wind of speaking your truth, speaking your expression, voicing that truth. So where aren't you voicing your truth right now? Maybe it's not voicing your truth to really step up and say, hey, I deserve to be in this wind mastery program. And I made it simple. I said to people, oh, you can't afford it? What can you afford? How do you want to play? It wasn't that I didn't offer some scholarships, because there's a few people in there with a scholarship. Not everyone, but some people. So what is it that you can't voice for yourself or express for yourself that allows you to do this wind mastery program? And ask Carrie. That was awesome. I got some information for those of you who are sitting there vacillating, not sure. Let me tell you what I got. The first thing that I got when I grounded myself to the earth was that some people are steadfast in the earth, and they're planted so that they can't voice a new truth because they're still hanging on to an old story. Trust me, in this group, we are going to move through some old stories, because one of the things that we work with is this idea of a dynamic of creativity, to see how you create or don't create and bring into manifestation, bring into form your dreams and goals. And so these old stories can keep you firmly rooted, firmly planted in earth when you need to move. And Carrie reminded me when I called to Carrie that the winds can move mountains. If you think about the sand in a shifting desert, the winds can actually move the sand, city blocks, because we know those. We know what city blocks look like. The wind can move mountains. So the wind can move you from your stuck story into a story that will be more beneficial for what it is that you want to create in 2018. Hi, Lori. If it sounds like you, great, because I pulled the cards and we know that it's for somebody here, and hopefully it's somebody who's listening now and listening later. And the third thing that Carrie showed me when I called to Carrie, when I did it in that popo, that energy protection, is that there's power in the group. Now, a group of 25 or 30 people, because I don't see the group growing to be more than 30 people, is a powerful sounding board, sound again from your voice, to feel safe enough to express yourself. Like some today where people were talking about, hey, I'm not getting this direction thing. All right, so it made me know, like, okay, if people aren't getting the direction thing, I need to go back to the directions and let's start with some basic tools. Because in a big group of 1,500, I don't always know what people are getting and what they're not getting, because they're not necessarily sharing at an intimate level. So in our group, people are really, our group in our WIN clan, trust me, people share really great from their heart. But in the private 5-week WIN mastery class, people can really go deep, and I'm going to ask them to go even deeper into what's on their vision, what's on their center. And let me just show you what I put on the center of mine, okay? On the center of mine is a spiral, because in this work I believe that we circle around, and not circle around in an ineffective way. Hi, Rebecca. We don't circle around in an ineffective way, but we cycle around because that's how nature works. So we're in the cycle. And my vision board was more about how I want to be this year, how I want to be in 2018. And one of the things that I like to believe is that our future is yet to be written. That you and I and the 1,500 people in this group magnetize that by around the world. We're going to make a difference. We are making a difference, and we're going to continue to make a difference when we get together in community. Community is key. Connection, having support, these are key factors. And then I put in love. It was funny, my ex came over today. She said, oh, you want to be in love in 2018? And my cat's been sitting on the vision board ever since I made it. What I meant is that I want to live my life like I'm in love. And you know, that's a titillating feeling. In fact, I had this thing that said hot sex on here, on my table, and it disappeared. So I don't know that I'm getting any hot sex in 2018, but does anyone laugh at that? But I'm going to have this feeling of being in love, and I think that's a pretty admirable goal. And then, you know, as you age, your energy, all of a sudden I can't multitask the way that I used to multitask. Oh good, someone's laughing at me. I want a more energized and leaner me. And not because I think that I need to look like the woman in the Glamour Girls. It's because I want to be able to take this work where it needs to go, and it looks like the UK and Ireland and Finland and all of these places that, and up in northern, 24 hours north of Vancouver. All of these places are places where the wind wants to go, and I want to have the energy to take it there. Harmony is the source of beauty. Now, maybe that goes with the leaner me as I, become more a crone-like, more wise woman, more queen-like, as my friend likes to say. And so the harmony for me now is what I really strive for in my life. And so this is at the center of my core. I want the wind stories are going to be a movie, and not yet, but that's my vision. I'm making it so. And these are little typewriters because I need to keep writing. And so, as you notice, one thing about my vision board this year is there's a lot of space on it. I'm needing some spaciousness after being glued to a book for 4 years. It's time for a little spaciousness to see where the wind wants to blow, where the wind wants to take me. Hi, Laurie. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be up in Maine, at least I know for sure this summer. I'm going to be at Omega. I'm working on some other locations, so when I come through that way, maybe we can arrange a bookstore tour or something in New Hampshire. I love the East Coast. I'm from the East Coast. So do you have any questions? Is there some questions that I can answer for anyone about this work? I know, Rebecca, you already signed up for the course, and I'm really excited to see what you do in your life this year. I know for you it's a matter of coming out, that you voicing your truth, Carrie. One of the things that we're also going to do with, and you've seen, I have videos on this on YouTube, is once we make our visions, and we're going to deconstruct our visions, and we're going to really, I have a really interesting technique that we're going to take our vision boards and we're going to match them in nature. And I'm really excited about that. And then we're going to actually empower these visions with a set of wind knots for the group and for the personal that is going to help when we get when I'm not getting to the writing. Here, let's loosen this up. When I'm not getting to the writing, because I have a lot of writing to do for coursework, I'm going to let a wind go. So I'm going to let some wind go as I need it. All right, I've gone on. I can't convince you that this wind mastery class is for you. I hope that you hear it. I hope that you hear it. I hope that you know it. And if you haven't gotten the Winds of Spirit book, this is the last couple of days to get it for $1.99 on Kindle. So I'm recommending you do that at the very least. And if you really want to hold a clan in your community, or you think you want to teach it, or you want to empower your own dreams and goals this year, really join us. We've already got the private group started. The first class is Wednesday, and I will take people up until Tuesday. And after that, I'm going to close registration, and there won't be another class until the fall. Is there a link for the class? Yes, there is a link for the class. Go over to the practicalshaman.com, the page, and on the bottom there's it says Wind Mastery, and you can just link right there. I would be hesitant to tell you what it is, but go over to and just link there and join us. It's going to be it's a really powerhouse group of people, and I'm hoping for an even number so that if we want to pair up, we could do that, or there's going to be ways we're going to work in the group that are really going to power your voice and your expression of that voice of yourself. And so, any other questions? Let's thank the winds for coming and helping us here, and I hope to see you in the Wind Mastery group. And the winds assure me that there's still a few of you out there who are still vacillating. But you know what? Take the leap. You know, it's a money-back guarantee. If your life doesn't start to shift in this class, then the wind work isn't for you. And I'm happy to give you your money back. But I believe that this wind will power you towards your dreams and goals. All right, I'm Renee, and I'm the Practical Shaman. And please, if you feel moved with this, share it with your friends. Okay? I'll see you soon. Thanks. Thanks, Lori and Rebecca and whoever else was here tonight.